And just remember that everything that's in the urine is in the blood. So that's a very important fluid. Everything but the red blood cells are in the blood is in the urine. There's still a few red blood cells in that urine, but it doesn't look red, does it? It looks yellow. It's got all the protein, it has all the fat, it has everything that feeds the blood, keeps the red blood cells and white blood cells alive in the bloodstream. And is even feeding the rest of the body since the lymphatic systems are so compromised. I remember my mother, when I told my mother about it, she said, well, yeah, when I was a teenager, you know, back in the early 30s, she had terrible acne. And the neighbor woman told my grandmother, my mother's mother, that she should wash her face with urine, her urine. And my mother was so vain, she didn't want the acne, she washed her face with urine and the acne went away. And anytime she had acne, she used urine to wash away. But what she was really doing was feeding fat, good microscopic amounts of fat into the cells, into that area, so when the toxic substances came out through the pores, the skin was not irritated, the skin was protected. It also had acetates that were reduced to very fine molecules that would go in there and reduce the poisons to the acetate fluid, so the white blood cells could go back and recede and get back into the system. So the body didn't have to lose a lot of white blood cells binding with those toxins as it came out the zits. And that's what zits are. It's toxins leaving through the pores. Those toxins are so toxic, and the white blood cells surrounding them and escorting them out of the body cause such swelling, you know, cause the stretching of that pore, like a rectum that gets split and bleeds. That's what happens in a zit. That is the experience of a zit. So if you've got this urine fat that's very fine molecule, it's in a fluid that's very water soluble, you can get in there and arrest and coat the toxins, the white blood cells leave and go back into the body where they belong. And you don't have pus. You have a little crystal that'll come out that you don't even notice. You may pick it off and feel it. Blackheads are the same way. Only the red blood cells have surrounded the toxin instead of white blood cells. And that's usually heavy metal bound, and it's usually iron. Iron supplements, 1 a day. Do you know how much blackheads increased when 1 a day vitamins came into the fold? Tremendously. Oh, I owe my blackheads to my 1 a day vitamins. Don't you want to take 1 a day vitamins? Little boy? Little girl? That's what it was. You have to take a look at how the body works. If something toxic is coming through your skin, something toxic is damaging the tissue, causes the hive, the rupture, the blister, the acne, the rash. Whatever it is, there's a toxin passing through the skin. Now the lymph system dumps most of its toxins out the skin. After it throws it into the connective tissue, and we perspire it out the skin. If you don't perspire, you're in trouble. Your body is equipped to handle everything as long as you don't keep poisoning it with every meal. If you stop poisoning it at all, you'd be very fortunate.